who were paid nothing gave him this sword. The stories from St. Helena are fascinating anyway.
It was around 1850,
Yeah.
so just double checking that.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So he's sent there, and then
Here we have a scimitar type sword here, with a stone handle. It's a Moorish weapon. The scabbard here, brass mounted of course, decorated shapes, and there's the all-important inscription with the brass work at the top there. You'll notice that the blade is a plain steel blade. It's designed for working. It's not a decorative thing. Bit of Damascene going on, but it's got an edge to it. So this is a fighting weapon. And it was whilst he was escorting Northumberland that he was dispatched to Jersey to pick up a large cargo of wine. It seems that Napoleon had forgotten to bring his own wine. And so Kearney White goes to Jersey, picks up some wine, and then follows on to St. Helena. And it seems that he got on well with the Emperor. They obviously struck up a rapport, and I think perhaps that two professional men in the military would do so. Clearly Napoleon responded well to a man of intelligence and vigour that the Kearney White must have been, and that's why he gave him a sword as a thank you for this little errand perhaps. I mean, if it wasn't for the association with Napoleon, the sword itself isn't actually that special. It's a fairly standard piece of kit. You see quite a lot of them on the market. And I don't suppose Napoleon had any great need to keep it, as he must have had a lot of bits and pieces lying around, and so yes, it's a logical gift for a military man to have. If it wasn't for the association with Napoleon, it'd be less than £1,000. But you don't get many swords associated so directly with the Napoleon context, and I believe possibly a slightly more flamboyant sword sold for a great deal more in France not so long ago. So we're somewhere in the middle, with a less flamboyant sword, but still something that Napoleon owned and gave. So the sword is part of a group of 4 swords, all associated to this family. They've been the direct descendants of Kearney White, but they've moved sideways within the family, so the association to the sea and the navy has now been lost, and the family, to be honest, didn't really know what to do with them anymore. They're not interested in military things now, so that's why they got in touch with us and said, look, we realise they're not being well looked after by us. It's now time to get rid of these things because we don't really have a use for them and we don't know what to do with them.